Thank you, Dave. About -5 at 7:33 at the airport. Good morning, everyone. We're expecting the results of an autopsy today on the remains of a woman who disappeared more than 2 years ago. A 38-year-old man is now accused of killing her. Alan Schieback is charged with a second-degree murder in connection with the 2012 disappearance of his common-law wife. Schieback is also accused of indignity to a human body. This is in connection with the death of 31-year-old Lisa Michelle Mitchell. Mitchell was a mother of 2. She was last seen at her home in the southeast community of Ogden back in October of 2012. Police believe they have found Mitchell's remains in a home in Ogden. It's alleged the remains have been in that house with the accused, as well as a 5-year-old and a 7-year-old for more than 2 years. Neighbors here are shocked. One man says the accused, Alan Schieback, is a quiet man who has always been nice, even helping fix a car. He even remembers when Lisa Mitchell supposedly disappeared.
I watched the news on October 29th, and they released Lisa Michelle's picture and showed the house, and I was kind of spooked by it. And then a few days later, that's when I asked him about it, and he's like, yeah, and just had a little light conversation about it. I was pretty shocked. He just made it sound like that she just disappeared.
We're told Lisa Mitchell's children are in a safe place this morning. The accused, Alan Schieback, is the father of one of those children. A high-profile first-degree murder trial begins in Calgary this week. 49-year-old Trevor Klaschinski is accused of murder. This is in connection with the death back in August of 2012. The victim is Rod Lazenby. Lazenby was an Alberta peace officer, a bylaw officer with the MD of Foothills. He was viciously attacked near Prudhoe 2 years ago as he was investigating a dog complaint. Exactly what happened on this property near Prudhoe has never been disclosed by police. This trial, by the way, will likely focus heavily on Klaschinski's state of mind at the time of the attack. Klaschinski's lawyer says she believes her client is not criminally responsible because of a mental disorder. At City Hall today, there could be a resolution in a long-standing land dispute in the southwest neighborhood of Mount Royal. But depending on what happens today, the end result may not be made public. Okay, here's the issue. Calgary businessman and philanthropist Don Taylor wants to buy a piece of land near his home in Mount Royal. The land in question is known as Hillcrest Hill. People in the community say no way, saying they want this land to stay as is, green space. City Council is meeting behind closed doors today, talking about this land dispute. A decision, if there is one, may or may not be revealed.
We have made this as public as we can. Obviously, it's extremely public because the community is up in arms about it, and council's tasked with making a decision that makes sense for the citizens and for the city.
Don Taylor is offering to pay $150,000 for the land, which is currently part of a city park. 7:36, still -5 at the airport. Time to focus on business. The price of crude falling again. Business editor Mike Eppel joining us now. Mike, some oil projects could be questioned now.
Yeah, you have to wonder at $64 and change, Ted, that we have the price for oil at this morning. Some producers are saying, $70 was the break-even point on some projects, so that's probably going to be a topic of discussion going into the new year. But the price for oil down again overnight and into today as we had weak trade signals in from China. They actually also revised lower the latest recessionary talk out of Japan. All of this into just a global market uncertainty, plus the oversupply after OPEC did not curtail any production. So oil is down about 2% to start the week. We're also seeing natural gas down 3.25%, and all that is adding up to a big-time sell-off again on the TSX, which is already down more than 150 points in the opening minutes of trade this morning. Our benchmark stock index last week lost 1.8% over 5 days. Now, this week, midweek, we have the Bank of Canada set for its financial system review. And what that is a semi-annual look at the basic health of the country's finances, the ins and flows of money and expectations on where the economy is going into next year. Bank of Canada Governor Stephen Poloz will be holding a news conference. Question and answer session. He will be grilled likely about the impact of falling oil and the effect that's going to have on government revenues and financial projections. It seems like every morning economists are taking out the pencil, an eraser, and erasing what they calculated from yesterday, all related to the ever-dropping price for oil now. We have retail results due in this week from the States. Those are expected to be pretty good. That'll be the November update on November same-store sales and how the retailers were doing over Black Friday and Cyber Monday shopping. McDonald's, one of the early leaders this morning to the downside. Stocks down about 4% at the opening. Their U.S. same-store sales dropped 4.5%. They've been revamping the menu, trying to condense things a little bit, get people through the till faster at McDonald's. Hasn't paid off. They're still struggling in the United States, and that stock is down, slumping big time in early trading activity. Ted, back to you.
All right, good stuff. Thank you, Mike. That's business editor Mike Apple. You can hear Mike on 660 News at 26 and 56 after the hour.
BT's Market Report is brought to you by RRP, specializing in engineering, procurement, and construction management. Rapid Response Project, where every project matters.
That's your news to 7:39. Still about -5 at the airport. Heading back to Tar.